When Jake Paul, the YouTube trickster turned boxing's loudest megaphone, hyped his showdown with heavyweight legend Mike Tyson, the figure of $40 million dangled in the air like one of his pre-fight Instagram stunts. Was it accurate? Who cares? It's Jake Paul. Truth and hype blur like sweat in a Vegas ring. Whether or not the payday was exaggerated, the entire spectacle was one that captivated audiences and critics alike, eager to see whether Paul's latest headline-grabbing adventure could live up to the hype. It wasn't just a boxing match. It was an entire ecosystem of promotion, bravado, and the absurdity that only Jake Paul can bring. The months leading up to the fight were filled with Twitter feuds, memes, and carefully orchestrated media appearances designed to keep the buzz alive and the curiosity simmering. The November 15 event at AT&T Stadium in Arlington was less a boxing match and more a reality TV finale with better lighting, amassing $18.1 million in gate revenue, a combat sports record outside Las Vegas. The buildup was nothing short of theatrical, with dramatic promos, social media jabs, and press conferences that were more akin to stage roasts. Did Jake take home his projected pile of cash? He's not saying, but he's definitely smirking about it. If anything, the enigmatic response only serves to further the aura of mystery that Paul loves to cultivate around his finances and ventures. It's the kind of non-answer that keeps his name trending and the speculation swirling, ensuring that everyone stays tuned for his next move. The fight was an unprecedented fusion of entertainment and sport, drawing attention from even those who typically shy away from the boxing world. The event tapped into a unique demographic that views fighting less as a traditional sport and more as a high-stakes reality show, where characters larger than life play out their rivalries. The question on everyone's lips was not just who will win, but also what kind of madness will unfold. From Tyson's entrance to Paul's showmanship, every moment was meticulously crafted to create viral fodder, a historic event in absurd entertainment. In October 2023, Tyson, a man who's punched his way through history books and pigeons, responded to Paul's $5 million challenge. The stakes? Survive 4 rounds or ink himself with Tyson, presumably after deep meditation or one too many edibles, said yes. It was a bizarre proposition, but one perfectly suited for a bizarre era in sports where spectacle often trumps substance. The audacity of it all was a testament to how far sports entertainment has evolved, or devolved, depending on how you look at it. This fight wasn't just a clash of fists, it was a collision of cultural moments. One part nostalgia, one part meme-worthy chaos, with a dash of cringe-worthy spectacle. The result? A crowd of 72,300 fans eager to see whether boxing's past could outlast boxing's clickbait future. It was a fusion of nostalgia and social media circus, where classic sport met internet absurdity. Tickets averaged $304, though VIP seats were reportedly a wallet-punching $2 million each. One can only hope the VIP package included a personal apology from Paul himself, or at the very least, a selfie. The level of enthusiasm around the fight was undeniable, as fans came not only for the action, but for the chance to witness an unpredictable mashup of personalities. In an era when attention spans are shrinking, the ability of Jake Paul and Mike Tyson to hold such a massive crowd in suspense was impressive, if not surreal. On Netflix, 60 million households tuned in, proving that humanity's collective curiosity about chaos remains unshakable. It wasn't just a fight, it was a phenomenon that attracted viewers who may have never cared about boxing before. The novelty of it all was irresistible, the kind of event that had families and friends gathered around, not necessarily for the sport, but for the promise of sheer unpredictability. Nakisa Badarian, co-founder of Jake Paul's Most Valuable Promotions, declared it a win for the ages. This event redefined sports entertainment, Badarian said. It combined history, drama, and the unmistakable appeal of watching a retired legend get trolled by a TikTok bro in real time. His statement was more than PR hyperbole. It reflected the reality of what combat sports have become. No longer just about the skill in the ring, the modern fight game is about views, clicks, and the kind of storytelling that can be packaged into trending hashtags and viral clips. The entire promotional machine was about the build-up, the stakes, and the personalities. The actual boxing seemed almost secondary to the narrative. With every punch thrown, every laughable taunt, and every viral moment, the fight reinforced the shift from traditional sportsmanship to the era of entertainment-first combat. In this arena, you don't just fight to win, you fight to trend. During his brother Logan Paul's Impulsive podcast, a title as subtle as a Tyson uppercut, Jake reflected on his earnings. Speculation swirled that he made $170 million, but Paul quickly clarified, "That's not true, but it is the most money I've made ever." Translation: forget the ranch. The man could buy Texas and rename it Pauland. His nonchalant attitude towards such staggering sums of money speaks volumes about the surreal nature of his career. Jake Paul's rise from prankster vlogger to multi-million-dollar prize fighter is less about the craft of boxing and more about a new kind of entrepreneurship. One that blends bravado, entertainment, and an uncanny understanding of social media. His next moves are always shrouded in the kind of bombast that keeps his audience engaged. A calculated performance art designed to blur the lines between authenticity and entertainment. For Jake, the fight wasn't just a payday, it was an opportunity to flex his unique talent for taking social media antics and turning them into box office magic. His world is one where wealth is flaunted as casually as a pair of sneakers, and success is measured in views and engagement. The notion of Pauland speaks to more than just ego. It's the essence of how Jake Paul sees his empire growing, not with subtlety, but with sheer overwhelming presence, a brand that becomes synonymous with audacity and spectacle. Meanwhile, Tyson, once feared as Iron Mike, reportedly walked away with $20 million, possibly earmarked for therapy sessions to unpack why he agreed to this in the first place. Tyson's journey from the pinnacle of boxing greatness to financial ruin, and then back to being a household name again, is a testament to his resilience. This fight, though hardly comparable to his glory days, was yet another chapter in the ever-evolving saga of Mike Tyson. He may have entered the ring for nostalgia or a paycheck, but the appeal of the fight also highlighted the sheer magnetism Tyson still holds. Even in his late 50s, his fans, old and new alike, were captivated by the chance to see the legend in action, albeit under circumstances far different from his previous storied career. Tyson's decision to step back into the ring wasn't just about money, though that was certainly part of it. It was about legacy, relevance, and proving that even at 58, he could still command the world's attention. In a way, it was also about reclaiming the narrative. Mike Tyson has lived many lives, from world champion to controversial figure to cultural icon. This bout was another act in a story that refuses to end, and the audience couldn't get enough of it. Even in what some might call a diminished state, Tyson's presence is electric. His decision to fight Paul, however unconventional, spoke to his need to remain part of the zeitgeist, to remind people of the force he once was and still can be in different ways. The $18.1 million gate obliterated Texas's previous combat sports record of $9 million, set by Canelo Alvarez in 2021. Not only did the event make headlines for its financial success, but it also showcased the growing influence of social media personalities in traditionally gate-kept arenas like professional boxing. The event also brought out a star-studded audience, proving that even legends like Sugar Ray Leonard can't resist the allure of seeing Tyson jab at a man who once boxed a YouTube algorithm. The attendees were a mix of genuine fight fans, curious onlookers, and celebrities who wanted to witness this collision of generations and personalities firsthand. The ringside seats were full of celebrities taking selfies, sharing stories, and participating in the chaos, each of them as much a part of the spectacle as the fighters themselves. For Jake Paul, the event was less about boxing and more about flexing his unparalleled talent for monetizing chaos. His ability to captivate audiences, regardless of whether they were rooting for him or eagerly waiting for his defeat, has turned him into a polarizing yet undeniably successful figure. Love him or hate him, Jake Paul knows how to draw a crowd, and in the entertainment business, that's often all that matters. His career trajectory proves that traditional barriers are breaking down, and that new ways of engaging audiences are what drive success in this media-saturated landscape. For Tyson, it was, well, nostalgia, a reminder of the good old days, or maybe just a paycheck. Either way, the fight set a precedent for collaborations between streaming platforms and combat sports, ensuring that the line between spectacle and sport will only continue to blur. Boxing purists may cringe, but the numbers don't lie. This is the future, and Jake Paul is one of its architects. He has built a business model that thrives on controversy and attention, and it's a model that shows no signs of slowing down.